babble on about. This one will be quick. So let's just got one character. Let's just hop into the first link here. Boop. Have fun. Thanks, buddy. Delete this. What's up, MD? So this is the first story. This was submitted by Proto in the Discord. I thought this was hilarious because I knew Ajit Pai was like a bad person and like super shill for all the internet companies, and Verizon was gobbling on his schnob and all that fun stuff. But I didn't think he was like this, like fucking corrupt, like politician, like twirls mustache type shit. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know it was like this, but apparently it is. Funnily enough, I just like pretty much. Let me see. I mean, I can just read this first paragraph. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai. Zoom it in a little bit. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai once selected former Quentin CEO Liz Pierce to serve as one of the members of the board of Deployment Advisory, and now a year later, she's being charged for allegedly forging contracts to swindle investors for more than $250 million. What the fuck? Like, insane shit. Like, he pretty much selected a bunch of like chairwomen. I don't know. Like, I guess is chairman like for both sexes, that were like committing tons of fraud. According to the U.S. Attorney Jeffrey S. Berman, Pierce convinced two investment companies that Quintillion, I don't know how you would say that, had secured signed contracts from other investors for a high-speed fiber optic network that would generate hundreds of millions of dollars in guaranteed future revenue. As it turned out, those sales agreements were worthless because the customers had not signed them. Instead, as alleged, Pierce had forged counterparty signatures on contract after contract. As a result of Pierce deception, the investment companies were left with a system that is worth far less than Pierce had led them to believe. So pretty much led on investors, swindled them, as the PC Gamer article says, for more than $250 million by forging signatures saying that, yeah, we have this support, give us your money, we're gonna build this great high-speed fiber optic network, wow. Jesus Christ, like Ajit Pai, like I knew he was scummy, but I didn't realize he was like with these people. You know what I mean? I did not realize. A GP there was being investigated for corruption by the FCC itself, which I'm sure was a fair and honest investigation. Imagine if you killed someone and you were just like, nah, don't need you guys to investigate this. My family is doing an internal investigation. Oh yeah, no, yeah, for real. Like, it was just all a giant circle jerk, right? It's like his own friends were investigating him. This is how rich people actually end up in jail. They rip off other rich people. Same shit happened with Farm Bro. He ripped off some rich shits and ended up in jail. Yeah, I mean, like, they get you can, if you're rich, you can get away with fucking over a poor guy, right? Or someone who can't touch you in terms of wealth. But if you start fucking over people like investors, like other rich people, they got the same amount or more money than you. Not looking too hot, right? Faces up to 20 years in prison for fucking wire fraud. Only a single count of wire fraud. She must have some good lawyers if it's a single count of wire fraud. I just thought this was funny. Like, it's fucked up. right? But at least people are getting caught, you know. And I know that there's still like outside investigations on Ajit Pai and his little entourage of people. Um, I know there is, so this probably isn't going to help him. Like there's still investigations and there's still people suing the hell out of the FCC and all that. So, this is probably a win for those people who are fighting against the FCC for all the fucked up shit they've been pulling recently. I just kind of thought this was nice to share. Yeah, no, he definitely put a target on his ass for sure. Former attorney for Verizon, Ajit Pai. Just I get so depressed like reading politics sometimes. I get depressed reading politics stuff. But yeah, this is I just thought this was interesting. Thought this was interesting. Um I didn't really find this article very interesting. I just found the topic of it to be interesting. Mass Effect failings forced BioWare to reevaluate how it makes games. I genuinely hope this is true. Um, Developer BioWare is in a much different place compared to when it was with the sort of studio canceled its realms. Um, See, this is important. This part right here is all you need to read out of this article. That experience ultimately became a defining moment in refocusing BioWare's mission, Hudson writes. We need to delight players with new experiences and innovation, but we must stay focused on the importance of the world, characters, and storytelling elements that players expect from our games. Remember when BioWare was like the shit? Like BioWare was the game, like one of the top game companies. Does anyone actually believe this shit they say anymore? I hope. Like, I just remember when BioWare was putting out like the best fucking games. Like, I like looked up to BioWare. Mass Effect 2 was the peak. I liked Mass Effect 2 the most, but I only played Mass Effect 1 and 2. So, never played 3 and I never played Andromeda. Um was just like when I was a kid, I wanted to be like a game developer a lot of the time. Or not when I was a kid, like when I was like a like preteen, like early teenage years, right? I thought game development was so cool. I watched the YouTube series called Extra Credits. It's all about game development. Like I researched into like BioWare and fucking will that make BioShock. I'm blanking on the name. Them and Bethesda. Like I loved Bethesda, like Valve. Like I fucking loved like would play Half Life over and over again, and like I would play through Portal 2 again over again, and I would just like appreciate what people were doing, and like BioWare was up there. See, I don't think 3 was all. I think 3 is a plateau. I don't think 3 was like down. You know what I mean? Maybe it was like a little bit, but it wasn't like a steep. It was like a hill. It wasn't like a fucking ski slope. You know what I mean? And yeah, Andromeda was just unfortunate. Like I genuinely feel bad for Mass Effect fans. The ending, yeah, the ending is what cucked everybody, but like the game up until then wasn't bad. I don't think yeah, Andromeda, like I wonder how much EA influence was on Andromeda, and if that's what made it bad. Like I don't know. I wonder, man. But like I feel like you can do a case study on BioWare and on the Mass Effect series of like a massive success becoming like an utter failure. It's like the perfect bell curve right? It's like Mass Effect 1, 2. It's like Mass Effect 1, 2. It's like plateauing at 3, then downhill from there, right? It was like, I just hope that this is true. Um, like I said, this article isn't anything crazy. It just kind of got me thinking about BioWare because they used to be one of my favorite companies. I did I play Drag. I think I played a little bit of Dragon Age Origins, but it just didn't really keep my attention. Not that it's a bad game, but I just wasn't able to keep my attention for very long. Yeah, I heard Dragon Age Origins is a fantastic game. So yeah, that's another BioWare game. It's like beautiful game, right? Everyone loves it. Yeah, let's just hope that BioWare turns himself around, um, and maybe they can redo Mass Effect. Do I dare say that? What if they just remade Mass Effect 1 or 2? Like a remake, not a remaster. Like what if they remade it in like a new engine? And I don't know, man. I think that might be cool. They don't need remakes. Well, they're not doing anything else good. They're not doing anything else good. We'll stick with the gaming news and keep the Twitch news. I'm not like, I guess they don't need them, but maybe like a Mass Effect 1 remake. Oh yeah, they're all enjoyable. They're all enjoyable. Oh boy. Anyway, on to this. Me and I think it was me, Jordan, and Zach were talking about this privately. Some of my friends. Um, we're trying to figure out if it was be Battlefield or if it would be Call of Duty, who would come out with a battle royale game mode first. And I guessed Call of Duty. Is Call of Duty is willing to add like other game modes to their game, and Battlefield, I don't think I've seen them ever do that. Like they don't have like like a separate whole other separate game mode like how Call of Duty does with zombies or whatever, right? Um Turns out both. Do you have a link to Call of Duty saying they were doing something like this? I thought it would be Call of Duty just because yeah, I think they were more. They seemed like a more willing company. I'm sorry. They seemed like a more willing company to do something like that. But I guess it's Battlefield so far coming out with the news. I mean, Space Prius in chat saying that he's seeing something or he saw something about Call of Duty doing well. But honestly like leave it up to Dice to make a decent make a decent battle royale game. I'm fucking down. Um, oh, I didn't mean to open that up. Sources: Call of Duty Black Ops 4 doesn't have a single player campaign. Oh, we'll get to this in a second. Oh yeah, I mean like Dice is a pretty competent developer. Um, they're a pretty competent developer. So I think it would be interesting to see them make it. Oi, nerd, what's up, Proto? I think it would be interesting to see them make it. Um, actually awake at 4. Good job, buddy. Because they understand what is it? Frostbite engine? Is that the engine? Is that what the engine is called? They understand Frostbite engine. They like, I mean, you can just see it in Fortnite, right? Because Fortnite is made by the Unreal people. That's what the engine is obviously made in, and Fortnite runs really well. Um, like I actually loaded it up the other day. I played like 2 games of Fortnite just to see how it ran. Like I was just like, okay, I played it before. Like, it's not really my game. I don't really like the whole building thing that much. I'm mostly because I'm bad at it. I'm sure if I spent time to learn how to be decent at it, but um, I got like 200 FPS. Yeah, so yeah, for like Frostbite is like super fucking optimized. It runs really well. Um, so like in Battlefield or in Dice know how to make big maps. So if they can like tweak the game and somehow get down like a good system with like the way guns drop, then or like the way guns spawn, like I totally think this would be like dope as fuck. That it could be like a top battle royale game. Oh my, I would not be surprised if Konami made like some weird knockoff Metal Gear Royale, with fucking Fox Engine. Like Metal Gear Solid 5 multiplayer was not that bad. It was not that bad in my opinion. But I mean if they could make that, I would try it. If they made a fucking I mean I wouldn't try it because of the whole Konami is shit thing. If like Kojima was still working there and Konami wasn't trash, then maybe I would support Konami again, but I don't think I'll ever give them money ever again. So, well, no, I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying that I liked the multiplayer Metal Gear Solid 5. I think I might have fun playing Metal Gear Solid 5 if it was like a BR mode. See, you guys were talking about how you think like PUBG and like battle royale games have like bad pacing and that they're boring. Like I've been playing battle royale games since Arma 2 with the DayZ battle royale, and then I played it in Arma 3, and then I played H1Z1 battle royale, and then I played PUBG. So I've been playing battle royale games. I think there was even a clip on my YouTube of me doing something in like 2000 and like 12 or something, and doing something in the Arma 3 battle royale. So it may have been like 2013. Yeah, I'm just a fan of the game mode, and it might be a little like might be because I'm used to it. Like I know how it works. Konami gonna make a BR game that requires $1 per game, like pachinko machine. Yeah, make it free to play, then you pay $1 per game. Well, the pacing is up to you. Unless like you can get unlucky and get shit like shit gear after shit gear after like shitty situation, and then like the pacing is bad, but like you for the most part can control the pacing. If you want, you can land all the way out in the fucking boonies and then get a pistol and then run around into all these little shit buildings, and then like by the time there's 20 people left, you have like a vector and then like level 1 gear, and you're like, all right, let's go. Or you can land like in Rozhok, which I think is like a nice middle point in the PUBG map, because it's near the school, it's near Georgia Pool, it's like in the middle of the action, but like not everyone goes there because they're going to like the school in like Georgia Pool. Or you could go to the school and that's like action, 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 and then you're probably just gonna die. Um, the downtime, I guess if you don't have a car, I guess I can see how the pacing would be boring. Because let's say the circle shifts way far away from you, and then you're stuck just like running to it the whole time, and then like that's definitely happened, right? But that's just RNG, and I can't argue against that. But if you have a car, just drive around, and you're like want constant action, you just can just drive to gunshots. It's not that hard. You can look at the map and be like, yeah, there's definitely gonna be people here because there's a lot of buildings here, or whatever. Cars can be rare. They've kind of upped the spawn in PUBG. I know you said it's been a while since you played, but you can find cars pretty easily. You you just sit in a house. You sit in a house for 10 minutes. You don't have to sit in a house for 10 minutes. um, you know what I mean? Like there was people like watch like a streamer like Shroud play. Like he is constantly interacting with some sort of enemy. He runs at the gunshots. He doesn't camp in houses. You know what I mean? You can. I'm not saying that the pacing isn't bad, but you can fix that on your own if that's like really a problem. Can't compare Norman's to Shroud though. I'm not comparing Norman's to Shroud. I'm just saying he's an example of you don't have to sit in a house. You can be aggressive. But I think if Battlefield made a battle royale game mode, I think they would do a pretty good job. I don't know what their skills are in terms of like handling, things like gun spawns and like the balance around that, and how they're gonna handle this, how the circle shrinks. But they got dice, right? They got plenty of competent developers. Oh yeah, the map is huge, so you can like I'm saying, it's if you have a car, it's easier to find the gunshots. But if you're just running around in like the forest for like 10 minutes trying to get into the middle of the circle, yeah, like it can be boring. Um, Let me see. So this is about Black Ops 4 not having a single player campaign. Who gives a fuck? Does anybody play the single player campaign? Like, does anyone buy these for the single player campaign? Hold on. It's not like Treyarch had quite the time of its developing. Plans for single player campaign scrapped earlier in 2018, and the inclusion of Battle Royale mode. Old COD, oh yeah, for sure. The old COD campaigns were good. I played the hell out of old COD campaigns. But probably I stopped caring about COD campaigns after Black Ops. After the first Black Ops, I was just like, okay, like this is getting a little too wacky. This is getting a little too Hollywood. Like it wasn't bad, but it was just like I could see the direction, I could see the direction they were going. Like I probably played through the Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 campaigns as a kid, like probably like 3 times each. I haven't actually seen this team. Looks like they're just showing a bunch of old Black Ops gameplay. October 12th. COD 1 and 2 were fantastic. I played a lot of Call of Duty 1. A lot of Call of Duty 1. But I'm curious to see how Call of Duty is gonna fucking make to make their battle royale game. How the fuck are they gonna make a battle royale game? I don't think they don't have the talent, but I just don't know with Call of Duty, like, are they gonna make it like? I have a feeling they're basically gonna like make it like a smaller form battle royale. I have a feeling that they're gonna make some bigger maps, and then it's gonna be like 20 people. That's my guess. They're gonna make a slightly bigger maps, and then they're gonna make it like 20 people, and then the circle's gonna shrink like after like the first minute. It's gonna get smaller and smaller. Um, yeah. I'm amazed people still buy Call of Duty. Well, they're not nearly as popular as they used to be. I genuinely think that, especially with Fortnite being as big as it is now, no, not no one, but there's not going to be as many sales of Call of Duty this time around. I think Fortnite successfully took over that audience. I think it did. It's free, easy to play. You can play with your friends. It's like, it's sucked in literally on Snapchat right now. I can pull up a story of somebody playing or Fortnite like unlike anything I've ever seen. I never see people post anything about games they're playing on Snapchat. Like these are all like my normie friends on Snapchat, right? These are like coworkers, friends from school, family. Like this is like normie shit. And like I go and I check Snapchat, I check like a Snapchat story, and people are posting like Fortnite wins. Um, and like that, I mean, you can just see like that with the success of Fortnite on Twitch as well, right? So I think I genuinely think Call of Duty will sell less because of Fortnite. Some kid asked me if we sold like Fortnite codes at work, and I was like, dude, what? Like, and like the my coworkers are like talking about getting on Fortnite after work and playing a couple of games of Fortnite. Like this isn't like this is how like normie tier Fortnite is now. Crazy. It's I did not see it coming. I did not see it coming at all. Um, it's it, yeah. So that's Call of Duty. We'll see what they can do. Hey man, if they make an interesting game, I'm willing to play it. But I haven't bought a Call of Duty game since what, Black Ops 3, Zach? Is that or was it Advanced Warfare? Me and Zach bought one of the newer Call of Duties like a year or 2 years ago. May have been Advanced Warfare, or was it Black Ops 3? I don't remember. One of those. Um, and yeah, I had fun in like 20 hours of playing Call of Duty for like 20 hours, and I was like, okay, that's enough. Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I genuinely forget that Fortnite is a survival game, and then it got shit on, and then they were like, let's make a battle royale game mode. That's Yeah, the Fortnite PvE was actually like a pretty neat concept in my opinion. On to the last story. Fucking Russia. I genuinely don't know how this affects Twitch. Um, Considering like a large portion of Twitch's audience is Russian, and Twitch is blocked in Russia right now because they're cracking down on Amazon and Google owned IPs, and Russia is blocking all of that shit. Um, that I'm mostly just like curious how Twitch is handling this. I don't think that they're like, because I know like a lot of Russians use Twitch. There's a large portion of like you can go to like some of the top streamers are Russian. So I'm curious how this affects their numbers, and I don't really know the demographics on like what countries use Twitch the most. I'm sure it's like United States is the most, then like Europe, like Germany, Sweden, places like that, and then it's probably like Russia and China are like probably like third place. If someone has a link to like those demographics, I would be curious. Yeah, I know when you look around for new streams, yeah, you see a lot of Russians. Dota streamers are a lot of Russians as well. Counter Strike, there's a lot of top Russian streamers. There's a lot of top Russian IRL booby streamers. Like they're fucked, dude. They're not getting their bits. Not bending over for bits. They at least 20 million IPs and IP gates were banned. Does anyone know why? Yesterday, Russian authorities started blocking Telegram, popular encrypted messenger, and Amazon and Google server IPs countrywide. As a result, over 20 million IP and IP gates were banned, which resulted in massive nationwide blocking and collapse of many services that used Amazon and some Google-based servers. Unfortunately, Twitch was also blocked now for most Russians, including me. So I had to use a VPN and Tor to write a message on actual Twitch website. I have literally no idea how I can stream with Twitch on this in this situation. I am full-time Twitch affiliated streamer, and I just get 2,000 network error now. So they did it just to block a messaging service, like an encrypted messaging service. Russia is number 2. Wow, I was wrong. Wow. Holy shit. I figured it would be like, like Germany, Sweden, that kind of thing in number 2, or like UK. Wow, Russia's up there. I guess there's a lot of people in Russia, and Russia has a really big gaming culture. Russia has a really big gaming culture. So, Germany number 2 now. I mean, they're fighting for second, all right? They're fighting for second like it's World War II. Um, Interesting. Russia is a fucking weird place. Oh, here we go. The block comes as a result of the Russian watchdog group, I'm not going to say that, ongoing attempts to block citizens from using Telegram, an encrypted messaging service, whatever that is, has grown uneasy with the encrypted tool, claiming that people are using the service for nefarious purposes, is trying to shut it down after the company refused to comply with a court order to grant state security services access to its users. Wow. I'm not going to say that. Russia's a weird place where appeals net neutrality. I'm not saying the United States isn't weird either, alright? Wow, so they're like, fuck Google and Amazon services because these people won't let us spy on the people that are using your service. They just completely shut down like the two, pretty much like the top 2 biggest web providers. Pronounce the name. Oh my god. Where is it? Roscoe Manadzor. Sounds like a Pokemon. Or like a Pokemon trainer. Roscoe Manadzor. That might be right. I don't know. It sounds like a Pokemon trainer. Like on like a Pokemon game. Roscoe Manadzor. But yeah, that's fucked, I guess. Like Russia's weird. Oh god, Russia's weird. But I think that's what we're gonna call it for today's little going live podcast. Watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Subscribe and all that fun stuff if you like the content. We're gonna switch over to Persona 5 now. So thanks. Thanks. Would you look at that? Look at what I did for you guys.